Hey guys, what's cracking? I've had quite a few comments ask me how good Ryobi tools are since everybody's seen me have a grinder. Okay, let me get to the grinder problem. Not really a problem. As some of you guys know, my garage went through a fire. And for all the new people that see this video, well, now you guys know that the garage went through a fire. All of my tools went through a fire. Half of them work, half of them don't. Ryobi went through a fire. You guys can see it. I don't know how well you can hear that. But funny thing is, this thing still works. You guys all see the plug's a little burnt. Okay. Now you guys just seen that my grinder works, right? I have no complaints over this grinder. Works beautiful. Ryobi, they have me hooked. I have a Makita grinder, is dead. I mean, it's straight up dead. It won't even turn on. So whatever the fire did to that, it killed it. My Ryobi grinder still works. Surprise, surprise, ain't it? Well, that's not the only thing. A new tool I got this year. You guys see, it went through the fire too. I don't know if the camera can justify the look of this or not. Maybe if I get the light over here. Maybe now you guys see it. You guys see this thing went through the fire. And I had a battery in here, by the way, too. You guys can really see. Okay, you guys see the tool. Here's the battery I had in it. That's for another tool. Hang on, just give me a minute. We'll get to this tool in a minute, and this battery. Here's the other one I had that went through the fire. These were in the garage, by the way. This one's sitting up on the workbench, this was sitting on the floor. Why it became looking like that, I have no idea. This one also had a battery, had this battery right here. That battery was in there. This battery was in here. Okay, this one doesn't turn on. That battery still works. Okay, why ain't the light turning on? Well, give me a second. That light still works in the condition it is. It went through a fire and it still works. Alright, so what's the problem? This 4 amp hour battery died. Couldn't handle the heat. But this 2 amp made it through the heat. Don't ask me. But so, knowing that fact, so I have one soldier, lost one soldier. So I have 1 soldier, 2 soldiers, 3 soldiers made it out of the garage. And lost 1 soldier. That ain't bad. 2 tools, 2 batteries, 1 I lost. Okay. That's besides the point. Okay. So, as some of you guys know, I went out and bought a Ryobi miter saw, or circular saw, I mean. Why did I buy it? It was cheap. But that's not the only problem. If their grinder could withstand the garage fire and all the torture I put it through for a year, this right here can withstand the torture. So far, been over a month, and I gotta say, this thing actually shocked me how good it is. It has no trigger safety on it. Lightweight, got a lot of torque, won't cut your fingers off. That's why I went out and bought another one. Alright, now let's get to meat and gritty. Here's my cobalt impact, here's the cobalt battery. Get into something. Why am I throwing cobalt in here? This cobalt was in my bedroom. It still works. But the battery took a hit. The battery's only good for 10-15 minutes and it's dead. Lag bolts, I could probably get lucky. I can put 2 5-inch, 1/4-inch lag bolts in before the battery's dead. So, knowing that fact, my dad and I were looking, says, well, if Ryobi went through the fire, why don't we go back to Ryobi? Instead of buying another battery for this, because at the time the battery was about 50-60 bucks, and I already lost one Ryobi, but I have one Ryobi battery. Getting to a point here, guys. So, further ado, let's put this away. My dad went out, bought the drill and impact driver. 100 bucks, Ryobi had it on sale. And it came with 2 amp hour batteries. Alright. And then we noticed that they also had another sale going on. 2 4 amp hour batteries, 50 bucks. 150 bucks, 4 batteries. We wouldn't have done that with a cobalt. And we needed a battery operated drill so we can drill holes. Impact, beautiful. I have no problem. So now I lost 1 4 amp, gained 2 4 amps. And now I have 2 amps equal up to a 4. So I have actually 3 2 amps. I have 6 amps here. Keep me going. Got 6 amps plus 2 8 amps. So, Ryobi impact versus cobalt. There's no apples to apple comparison here. I'm just going to tell you that now. It's like everybody trying to put Makita up to Ryobi. There's no apples to apples comparison. You're trying to compare a 1966 Cadillac Eldorado to a freaking 1990 Toyota rice burner. There's no apples to apples comparison here. This Ryobi, even with the bad battery, or this cobalt with the bad battery, will smoke this Ryobi. But that's not what we care about. So, Ryobi don't have as much power as this cobalt. Who cares? Can this put in screws? Yeah. I've done most of the garage with this. My whole room was done with this Ryobi. All the boarding in this room's been done with this Ryobi. This cobalt could have done it a lot faster, but I don't care about how fast can this Ryobi put in with what this cobalt can do. I don't care about that. It's reliability. How reliable is Ryobi and cobalt? That's what the comparison should be. Not, oh, how fast can this screw compare to this screw? That's like saying how fast can a fat woman run compared to a skinny woman. You know? There's no comparison. Who cares what they can do? Can this fat lady run make a marathon compared to the skinny woman? Yeah, she could do it. Might take her a little bit longer, but she can do it. That's what I want to get to. There's no apples to apples comparison. It's just like comparing this, what is this, 13? Yes, 2013 Impact with this 2016 Impact. We don't want to go here. This will smoke this Impact. Yeah, this has got a better variable trigger on it, and this is a lot stronger than this, but we're not going to compare them. Can they both put screws in? Yeah, I've done the whole back wall, the side wall in the garage with this Impact before I use that. But when you have to put lag screws in, don't grab that. That's a joke. Grab this. Just like this. Need to put lag bolts in, don't grab this. Grab your more powerful Impact. Can this do it? Yeah, kind of, sort of. So that's basically what I'm getting to. It's quick comparing apples to oranges. Now, did this Ryobi drill burn up? No, not really. Not really, it still runs. Compared to what I was doing with that bit, sucker still runs good. Impact. Still running strong. I don't care. I look for reliability, not for speed. If I want speed, this old little girl can still do it. Even though the battery's weak. But reliability, I can't complain with Ryobi. Now, I'm going to send this to Ryobi and show them that their tools actually survived the fire. There ain't many tools can make it through a fire and have a believer on their hands like my dad and I are now and go buy another set of Ryobi tools. There's no way. You got to see it. And I only lost one battery, guys. Out of all the tools I have, I lost one battery. But there's one more thing. This fan got soaked in my room. Will this fan actually work? How many of you guys want to bet? I don't even know if the fan works. Smells like garbage, but it works. So, there's another proof. The fan still works. But I got one more thing. One more battery tool to show you. And then this summer, I got something really, really, really good for you guys to see. Give me a second, let me grab it. So, after stating what I just stated there, I have one more tool. And I don't know how it magically worked. This sucker was in the fire. Literally in the fire. You guys can see how bad it looks. I'll tell you now. You guys might not think it ever works. This thing was in the direct heat. This was the very first Ryobi tool I ever bought. This was first. This was second. This was bought with this battery. So this battery and the charger. And then it was okay. Then I bought this light. Then I bought this fan. And then that's when I bought the big 4 amp battery. So, a lot of you guys are wondering, what is he gabbing about? This thing somehow made it through the fire. was sitting up by my bay door. This thing was sitting up by my bay door. I lost one chainsaw up there by the bay door, but I still have this one. This never had a battery put in it. My dad was so excited he had to check it out. Yes. So, it smells like it's burning up, which don't surprise me none with what it went through. I'm going to buy another one of these chainsaws. For what this just went through, I'm putting this on my wall as a trophy. There's something that got hot and it melted, because my dad had to break this chain loose. And when he got it broke loose, it worked. So, I am going to get another chainsaw again. But this just shows you, Ryobi is going to be #1 in my book. For tools that are cheap and easy to get a hold of, Ryobi will be #1. But Ryobi still cannot replace Cobalt. Cobalt's second in line. Just basically just doing a video for you guys to show you it ain't all about comparing a $400 or $500 impact to a $70 impact. It's more about how reliable are they. And so far, Ryobi has outdone themselves. And I could not ask for much better than this. Every tool that was in the fire walked out from Ryobi. I can't say that for any other tool. So, make up your decision. Do you want a reliable tool that can make it through the fire? Buy Ryobi. They're cheap, easy to get a hold of. Cobalt, they're a little bit higher than Ryobi, but if I have to buy batteries, I have to drive 45 minutes away and buy batteries for it. So this is just a little video to show you. Ryobi really shows the test of time. Alright, hope you guys liked this video. Comment down below if you guys have any bad horror stories with Ryobi. But me, everything proved me wrong. Alright, catch you guys later then. Peace out, have fun.